Hey, what's up, everybody? Hey, I'm here to talk about some NFL news recently. I'd like to address Michael Vick. While I definitely do not condone dog fighting, terrible crime. It's, I do believe Michael Vick deserves a second chance, just as anyone should. I mean, at some point we gotta think to ourselves, what's more important, a human life or an animal life? I mean, think about it. Dante Stallworth. He, let's face it, whether, well, he didn't mean to, but he killed a human. Regardless, he drank. He had some marijuana in his system. I just think people are taking a little bit too harshly on Vic. And, I was, watching a 60-minute interview um, the other day, and I was surprised that they let James Brown interview him, seeing as how he's an African American man. And I was wondering whether he would give Michael Vick an easy time, but he didn't. I was really pleasantly surprised, and it wasn't like a Stephen A. Smith situation with Terrell Owens, who did a softie on everybody. But James Brown was really tough on Michael Vick, and Michael Vick, I believe in some of the things he said. Being in jail must not a good place. Just listening to that interview. And I'd like to, as I stated earlier, I'd like to address Dante Stallworth, killing 59-year-old Mario Reyes. And he rightfully so got suspended for a season, definitely, by Roger Goodell, and he deserves it fully. You know, um, I mean, he killed a human. He killed a human being. Whether I know Mario Reyes was apparently he was not in crosswalk, so I guess it wasn't entirely Stallworth's fault, but still, and I was surprised he only got a 30-day jail sentence, which he only served 24 of those days. And I was very shocked. I know he cooperated fully with uh, cooperated fully with the authorities, but still, he should have got much more time than that. I think he got off a little bit easy, to be honest. And then I'd like to also address Plaxico Burress. Um, it was his career may be over. He tried to speak to the grand jury, but he realized he couldn't win, and he took 2 years in prison. You know, serves him right. It's the laws in New York. You can't bring a gun with you, especially an unregistered gun. I mean, he's an NFL player, for God's sakes. He's held to a higher standard. And I was he was very stupid that night. Did he deserve to get 2 years? I'm not sure, but because he only hurt himself and he didn't hurt anybody else. And I think Bloomberg, the mayor of New York, I think they gave him a harder time because he is a celebrity in that case, and it was kind of unfortunate for him, and his career may be over because of that. Um, yeah, those are all the legal cases in the NFL at the moment. Oh, I'd like to also address Tom Cable. Um, I was boy, the Raiders. I'm a Raiders fan, and it's just dysfunction after dysfunction. I hope Goodell will not suspend Cable, although he may get a hefty fine, depending on what they prove. And if Randy Hansen ever wants a job again in the NFL, he might just keep his mouth shut and not pursue any legal actions. You know, Lane Kiffin. I'm sure, as most of you heard, Lane Kiffin had troubles with Mr. Hansen, and he suspended him for a week, and Al Davis quickly reinstated him. I think I think Hanson's kind of a teacher's pet, and in this case, an owner's pet. And Al Davis rewards people who are close to, who are loyal to the Raiders, and he stuck with Hanson, and obviously Tom Cable has not gotten along with Hanson. So, and this points out on an SI article by the I forgot the columnist, but it clearly stated, I think coaches should be picking their own staffs because they work with them on a daily basis, and they got to get along. They have to have the same ideas. And in some cases it's worked, I guess, with Tony Dungy and Mike Tomlin, but most cases it just doesn't. It just doesn't. And I think the Raiders will take some action against Hanson too. I think Hanson will eventually be released from his position as a defensive assistant. I'm not sure what his position is right now. And anyway, if it could be big news if Roger Goodell comes hard on Cable. He could be suspended for a game. That'd be big. It doesn't happen often. But the last time it happened, Buddy Ryan and Kevin Gilbride. That's the only thing I can remember. Looking it up, I probably was too young at the time. But and legal troubles for that matter. If there's assault charges on Cable, I don't know. Again, the acts still have not come up yet, and no charges have been filed as of this moment. Any other news? Brett Favre. What am I thinking? I'm forgetting Brett Favre here. Brett Favre is a compulsive hypocrite. I mean, one week he's retired, the other he's not retired. It's a complete circus that goes around him. It's just a complete circus, and Brad Childress, he lied to his team. Let's just face it, he lied to his team. He said they wouldn't pursue the matter, and then Monday, I don't know, he called Brett one last chance, and Brett accepted, and it may come back to bite them in the ass, to be truthful. Brett Favre, sure, it's the same system, but he doesn't know the players. And I was surprised Brett played in Friday's game versus the Chiefs. And, he went 1 for 4 with 4 yards. And it looked really, really odd with Brett wearing a purple jersey. That just looked kind of wrong, in my opinion. And in opinions of others, too. But he's going to have some trouble this season. I still can't wait to see if the Monday night game when Minnesota goes into Lambeau Field, and just see the reaction of the Packer fans, and see how they treat Favre. That should be interesting, and see if Brett Favre can last the season. It's a 16-game season, and Tavares Jackson in the fold. He played really well on Friday night versus Chiefs, and so he's probably the odd man out in most people's opinions, and I agree. And we'll see if he's traded or if he's kept throughout the season. I don't know. And we'll see if Brett Favre can put up the kind of numbers he did in the first half of last season with the Jets, or if he plays like he did in the second half of the season. Because the Jets were pretty good in the first part, but injuries derailed the season for him. And that's pretty much it. It should be an interesting NFL season, and it's still a training camp, so season's still early. Even the Detroit Lions have not won a game, but they haven't lost a game yet. So we'll see if they can win a game, and we'll see. Thanks for watching, guys.